What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkstrider, and let's talk some New Game Plus. So, right now, we still don't see anything about Assassin's Creed Shadows having New Game Plus. Is it possible that it's coming this month? Will it be coming later? Will it be coming next month? I don't know. But what we do know is the patterns of the past. So, we know that Assassin's Creed Origins, after 4 months, got New Game Plus. But again, Origins had tons of content, for completionists and whatnot. You could fly through the game in about 6 hours. And I remember that because once they offered New Game Plus, they offered a New Game Plus reward where you had to complete a New Game Plus file, obviously. Once you did that, you got a brand new outfit, and people were going wild trying to accomplish that. So they played the entire game in 6 hours. That I remember. And then, of course, if you do all the extras and whatnot, it takes way longer. But after 4 months, they gave us New Game Plus. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, 4.5 months later, is when we got New Game Plus. And I know a lot of the updates that they were giving us with Odyssey were a lot of fixes, a lot of bug fixes. I mean, I had tons. I still have enormous amounts of footage of busted up gameplay. And some of it was just funny. Some of it was really, really game breaking. And obviously, they polished it and whatnot. But after 4.5 months, they gave us New Game Plus. Assassin's Creed Valhalla never got New Game Plus, and they said they will never do it, even though initially they said at the end of everything, after all of the DLCs and everything, that they would be giving us New Game Plus. I knew that they would not, because the game was so bloated and so broken that they just couldn't. There are people to this day who still want New Game Plus for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And honestly, I feel for you. I think it would be really cool if they gave us New Game Plus. I'd accept New Game Plus if they gave it to us today. But I really do feel that the game was so broken, and is still so broken and buggy, that if they added New Game Plus, it would probably just destroy the game you'd play, and it would delete your entire file, everything that you bought and everything. I kind of feel like that's the effect that it would cause, and I think that they don't want to risk it. I think that that's the reason they absolutely refuse to give New Game Plus on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I knew it. I told everybody that they'd never do it. Everybody told me I was wrong, I was crazy. You guys tell me I'm wrong and crazy on a lot of things. And then the things happen, and then you're like, whoa, mind blown. Don't be mind blown. Listen to what I say, unless it sounds like really outlandish. If I say that they're going to put like aliens that visit Japan or something in Shadows, I'm full of crap. Every year, watch out for April Fools. I do an April Fool's prank, and I mean, I get a lot of hate for my pranks, but they are pretty funny in hindsight. Anyway, Assassin's Creed Mirage, after 2 months, got New Game Plus, and honestly, there wasn't a lot of content for Assassin's Creed Mirage, so I could see New Game Plus coming after 2 months. You could beat Assassin's Creed Mirage in a day. You honestly could. If you were dedicated, the same thing with Assassin's Creed 2. You could do everything to do in the game, and 100% the game, minus the feathers, minus finding all the feathers. You could play the entire game from morning to night, and you could probably do it in a 12-hour cycle. No joke. Mirage, probably the same. So within 2 months, they gave us New Game Plus. Now, Assassin's Creed Shadows has not given us New Game Plus. It is lacking content right now. And I'm not afraid to say that. And I mean, again, it's not a terrible game. It's not the worst game. It's not the greatest game. It's not going to win Game of the Year, but it is not the worst game. And in all honesty, the problem that we're having, why so many people are so focused on that, is because the Assassin's Creed games, they always give you more. They always give you little tidbits here and there to keep you occupied, to keep you busy. They give you lore drops. They give you stuff that if you are deeply invested in the lore of the series, if you are deeply invested in the fun, in the history, in everything that happens, you know, obviously it is its own thing. Again, you don't play this game for the history. It does have historical events in it, but they have fictional events that go on. Obviously, none of these characters historically have met assassins. And if you look back at all of the older games, you know, the history was not there. People were talking about historical value in Odyssey, and I kept saying, you don't play for the history. We get all the way to Shadows, and, you know, after the whole Black Man Bad, then they started going into historical accuracy, and again, I kept pointing to there is no historical accuracy. There is historical events, and they give a spin on it, and that's it. You know? But I digress. When it comes to all these games, they give you a lot here and there so that you could like play, you get invested, you learn a little more lore, there's a little more story, you get excited to see what's new, what's happening next. And New Game Plus is something that they give you to tide you over so that you can replay your entire game and you're a little more OP. And in being OP, not just being OP, but you start off with different gear sets that look cooler, that you want to see the cutscenes with. And of course there is, you know, the OP factor where you're actually playing and, you know, you're just demolishing everything. Sometimes that's fun. You know, in Odyssey, we had all the builds. One of my favorite builds that they absolutely nerfed was an archer build where I was doing like 10 million damage. I was one-shotting everything, and then they nerfed that, you know, which wasn't cool for them to nerf it, but I understand they didn't want you just flying through the game. They wanted you, you know, like just having fun and playing through it and experiencing it. But again, New Game Plus is one of those ways to do it. So the question that I'm posing to you guys is, do you think that New Game Plus should come out sometime soon? Is it necessary right now, especially since we're not seeing a whole lot of content coming out? Would you play the game New Game Plus, or would you wait until after you got all the DLCs? Or would you just keep New Game Plusing over and over again until like you were completely OP, you got all the masteries, and then you got, you know, like all the DLCs afterwards and whatnot? Honestly, New Game Plus, right now without New Game Plus, just playing daily, because like I said, with Shadows, I keep going and obtaining, you know, at least 20 minutes of footage so that I could do videos. I'm flying through a bunch of the mastery levels. I'm you know, gaining so many mastery points that by the time I actually get anywhere near a DLC, I'm going to be pretty OP, even without New Game Plus. But, you know, that may inspire other people to play it again, you know, or play it longer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Would you play New Game Plus like I've been asking? Another question is, would you only play it if you got a reward for playing it, like a brand new skin or gear set, weapon set, something like that? Or would New Game Plus be enough to like get you playing over and over again? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. And until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, Take care of each other. I'll see you guys all in the next one.